Good morning. Today is October 9th. I am documenting this dream that I had this morning because it's another earthquake dream, but this one was super intricate and full of detail, and it starts to get really strange towards the end. So, I don't want to forget this one. But let me just share with you first what I woke up hearing in the night last night. In my spirit, I woke up and I heard the words, "Open the graves." Open the graves, you guys. So naturally, the first thing that comes to my mind is the dead in Christ rising first, coming out of their graves. And I'm like getting chills thinking about that because I'm like, Lord, I know this is how He speaks to me, but I'm just like always praying that, this one, what am I supposed to think? You know what I mean? And it's like you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself, but it is what it is. I heard open the graves. Now, does that mean the dead in Christ are going to rise within the next hour? No, it could be God's timing is just something that I don't understand. But that's what I woke up hearing in the middle of the night. And I went to sleep and I had a dream about an earthquake. And I always wondered if it's an earthquake that causes the dead in Christ to come out of their graves. Just sharing what I received, take it to the Lord. Okay, so here's the dream. It starts out where I'm in Florida again. In a lot of these dreams, I'm in Florida. I don't know if it's specifically speaking of Florida or if it's just symbolic of being in the world, because to me, I've only ever been to Florida twice, and it was for vacation. And this world is just a temporary place for us. It's not our forever home. It's just a temporary dwelling. So maybe Florida is just symbolizing being in the world. And here's another reason why it probably is, just at least for this dream. So I'm in Florida on vacation with my sister, and we're staying in like an apartment building or a hotel or something. And I know in the dream that it's like we're getting ready to go home, or it's either like our last day there and we're going home that evening or going home the next morning. This is kind of how it was in my last dream as well. It's like something happens the day that I'm going home. So I can't remember specifically in this dream, but it was like we were at the beach, and it was like we were getting ready to go visit the beach one last time, and then we were going home. So we could have gone home after that. I don't know. But we're in the apartment or the hotel or whatever it is, and we're getting our towels and our beach bag ready. And even though I know that my husband is coming to pick me up and take me home either later that day or first thing in the morning, I say to my sister, I'm like, Heather, I'm sorry, but will you just take me home? I am so homesick. I just want to go home, which is weird because, I mean, I love the beach. I've only ever gotten to go a few times in my life. So if I'm in Florida at the beach, I want to go to the beach. I don't want to go home. So I know there's symbolism in all this, but I'm just like so homesick. I just want to go home, forget the beach. I know my husband's pretty much probably getting ready to leave to come pick me up, but I just want to go home like right now. But she's like, no, I want to go to the beach. So we just get our towels and our bags and everything and get ready to leave when we look out the window and it like starts pouring the rain down, like heavy downpour of rain. And I was dreaming a few weeks ago about rain. Like every dream I was in, I remember in one dream I was in a tent, and I was like setting up a tent. It was like I was gonna come home from work and then camp out in a tent that night, and all of a sudden it just started raining and the tent got full of rain. And I don't know, it was like every dream I had, somehow there was always, it started to rain. So it started just pouring the rain outside like heavy. And then all of a sudden there's an earthquake. And the place that we're staying, it's like we're on a block of, there's like multiple different, there's like a row of buildings where we're staying, and all the buildings tip over like you kind of see here in the picture. And let me check my notes so I don't leave anything out. Okay, so there's an earthquake and the buildings just fall over. I'm trying to call my husband again, and every time something happens in these dreams lately, I'm trying to call out to somebody on my phone and I cannot get a hold of them. So that's what was going on again in this one. I'm trying to call my husband back home and tell him what just happened, but the call won't go through. So me and my sister and everybody else that's staying in this building, we all go outside to sit in like this open field area, kind of on a grassy hillside, to just sit in the grass, stay away from the buildings, and just make sure that nothing can fall on us. So it's like probably us and 150 other people just sitting in the grass away from the buildings. And as we're sitting there, there's an aftershock. And then a fire breaks out, and people start saying, oh my gosh, there's a fire, and this is going on, and that's going on. And it's just chaos and destruction. And then we look off into the distance, and there's a tornado coming. So lots of storms, lots of destruction. Okay, so this is where it gets really weird. So I would say, I don't know how long had passed. We were sitting in the grass. The aftershock had come and gone. We had seen the tornado coming. At some point, me and all these like 100 other people, we go into one of the buildings that were nearby, but it was like still standing for some reason. And on the inside, you guys, it looked just exactly like this. It kind of looked like what I would imagine to be like a NASA control center or communications center. And so it was me, my sister, and again, there was all these other random people that had come in, and there were people working there, just like you see in the picture here. And I specifically remember just seeing one man who was like the main communications controller, I guess. So we're standing behind them, basically, literally, if I could draw a picture of the dream, this scene, it almost looked exactly like this, with the screens and the control centers and computers. So we're standing behind them, and let me just check my notes to make sure I don't mix anything up. Okay, so they were, like I said, there were screens there, and they were monitoring something incoming from space. And on the screen, it looked like what I said in the dream. I said it looks like an asteroid, and I said it looks like an incoming asteroid because the Draconid meteor shower is going on right now. And it was like they were tracking this thing incoming, and it was kind of blurry, kind of like if you're trying to take a video of a star or something in space. It's kind of like twinkly and blurry, and it just, you can't quite zero in on the detail of it. It's just like a blurry star or something, but the colors were like pinkish orange, and it was just, you could see the camera was tracking it, and it was just falling out of space, coming towards us. And I said, it looks like an asteroid because the Draconid meteor shower is going on right now, which is strange because it actually is. I think it started like October 6th and lasts until the 10th or 11th. You guys, this is just weird. So anyway, when I said that, my sister got scared when I told her there was a meteor shower going on right now, and it looks like there's an asteroid coming down, and they're tracking this thing. Okay, so when we were watching that, the people that were working there, I don't know if they were being truthful or if they were just full of it, but they said basically it turned out to be nothing major. They're like, it's nothing major. It's just, let me just read word for word. they said it was like a satellite tracker or something from a foreign country who was mad at us for sending something up into space and they wanted to too. So again, I don't know. The dream didn't say if they were lying or if they were telling the truth, but they said, that was nothing major, nothing to worry about. I don't know. If this was truly NASA in the dream, you can count on it being a lie. But they said it was like a satellite tracker or something from a foreign country who was mad at us. And you guys, this reminds me of another dream that I had a few months ago. I made a video about it. I don't remember what I saw in the sky, but I remember saying that NASA said it's just a satellite. And I said, like, bull crap. Like, that's their excuse for what was up there. They were just saying it was a satellite. And I knew in that dream it was not just a satellite. So it's interesting that in this dream they're saying, oh, that asteroid or whatever, nothing to worry about, nothing major. It's just like a satellite or something that some foreign country put up there because they were mad at us for sending something up into space when they wanted to be the ones to do that. You guys, I don't dream about things like this. I don't watch things on TV like this. I don't even watch TV. Okay, so this foreign country, the dream didn't say who it was, but I want to say it almost felt like it could have been China. It had some sort of Asian country. Could have been China, but it didn't say for sure. I could be wrong, but if I had to guess, I would say this might have been China, North Korea, I don't know. Okay, so then there's this communications battle between this control center and this whoever the other foreign country was. It was like I don't know if what we, being the United States, I guess, I don't know what we sent up there that they were wanting to put something up there, but if I had to guess, I'm thinking along the lines of the Dragon rocket ship that they sent up there in, was that May or June? It was called the Dragon, which, again, Draconid, Dragon, meteor shower. I don't know. It didn't say what specifically we had sent up there, that it was like they wanted to put something up there. And there was this negotiations battle or something going on where, well, let me just read it word for word. There was a communications battle between this NASA type center or whatever it was and the foreign country. Then the foreign country faxed us a paper about some sort of quote of costs or funding that it would take to send something up there. And I saw men that were working here in this center that it was like they were trying to top them out. So if it was China or whoever it was, they faxed us something that was like a quote of a cost that it would take to put something up there. So it wasn't like negotiations. It was more like a battle of, well, I can top that out, because they would send the fax over with the numbers, and the man specifically that was like the main worker here, he was like, oh, well, I can top that, and he wrote something down and faxed it back to them, and then they would fax something back over. So there was like this battle or this war going on with sending something up into space. It was like a fight over who would be able to do that. I don't know if you guys are like, hello, Holly, they're talking about this, but I can't think of anything. I don't really pay too much attention with what's going on up there unless somebody sends me something, so I don't know what was going on here specifically. And then while all of this is going on, again, I'm trying to call my husband and tell him how crazy things are. I'm like trying to call him and be like, hey, I'm in Florida. There was an earthquake. There was a tornado. I'm in this like NASA type communications center, and there's like this negotiations battle, some sort of fight to put something in space. There looks like there's an asteroid coming down, and I'm talking about a Draconid meteor shower that we're in right now in real time. So, but I can't get through to my husband. My phone won't call out. Okay, so then I turned to my sister in the dream and I was talking about the meteor that was coming down, and I said, I prophesied about this before, and I was telling her that I had had dreams about this stuff and was saying that it was going to happen. And I'm like, this is what I've been talking about. And then, you guys, when I woke up and looked at the clock this morning, it was 9:11. So, again, I cannot just dismiss this dream. This is just too weird. There's way too much going on. I'm having a lot of dreams about earthquakes. So, I don't want to add too much of my own thoughts to this. Let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you later.